Peace and blessings, family. What's going on? It's your brother, CEO Brother Henry. I'm making this special video based off my own personal experience. It's something I wanted to share with my entrepreneur community. And it's something that I know affects all of us. And I just wanted to touch on this for just a second. So there's this thing, if you're an entrepreneur and you're at least striving to become great, you're striving to hit 6 figures, you're striving to hit 7 figures, you're striving to build something that can impact people's lives, you're gonna come across this thing called imposter syndrome. And let me tell you the dopest thing I ever heard. Shout out and salute to my brother Andre Gaskin, client attraction, co-CEO with Marquell Russell. I heard him say the dopest thing. He said, only real entrepreneurs suffer from imposter syndrome. He said actual imposters are not actually trying to become the thing that they say, so they don't feel like imposters because they're not actually trying to become it. Imposter syndrome is part of the process that you grow through and what you go through trying to become the next best, greatest level of yourself. So for me, I ain't gonna hold y'all. I felt imposter syndrome on so many levels, all right? I remember I met my brother, salute to my brother, A. Donahue Baker. When I met A. Donahue Baker, and he invited me to Atlanta to go to the Social Proof Alumni Dinner a few years ago. And when I got there to the actual event, and everybody was looking beautiful, but it was like a room full of multimillionaires, and then there was me. And I felt so inadequate. I felt so like I just didn't belong. I was like, how am I in this room with all these highly successful multimillionaires who have these crazy established businesses, crazy success? Like, these are the people I looked up to. And honestly, I felt like I didn't belong in that room because I was like, all I have is this little old me, and I'm trying to build this school. And I just really, I felt imposter syndrome on the highest level. And I happened to sit next to this brother, Marquell Russell. And he started telling me about, I started telling him about my school, and I was asking him, would he come be a guest speaker? And I was telling him, like, yo, people be flaking. They say they'll come, they never come, whatever. But he was like, bro, I'm gonna come through. Like, bet it up. He came, like 2 weeks later, he was at my school. And from my relationship that I built with Marquell Russell, my life's never been the same. Now, I'm not telling you just because I met Marquell that my imposter syndrome died there, but I began a process and I didn't even know what that process was. And I'm creating this video for any entrepreneurs so that you understand when you hit imposter syndrome, that's when you turn it up even higher. So for me, I did that. Marquell came. I got the cosign from now A. Donahue Baker, Marquell Russell. I met Antonio T. Smith Jr. And I was like, yo, I'm meeting these people that are high-level, successful entrepreneurs. Now, here's the mistake that a lot of people make. A lot of people feel like, yo, if I link up with these people that are these multimillionaires with all this success, billion-dollar companies and all that, like, the wrong thing to do is to go to these people and be like, yo, can you send me $1 million? Nobody's giving you $1 million, fam. That's not how leveraging relationships work, and you'll stay in imposter syndrome forever if you work to get to a point to come beg for something. No, you got to create your own table. So for me, in my journey of building Kieker's Entrepreneurial Academy, I learned that I was building something of value, but I didn't understand the value of what I was building, which is why I suffer from imposter syndrome. All right. Now, as the school continued to grow and progress, as I grew as an entrepreneur, I started feeling more confident in certain areas. And I was like, man, but I was still struggling. Like, people don't know. Like, I had the beauty supply store, I had Kieker's Academy, and I'm still struggling. Like, I'm on Link. Like, we don't have a car. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm struggling. Like, we had my car ended up being in an accident, and so I ended up driving a car that was donated to my school from a parent to pay for tuition that was a straight hoopty. Like, window didn't go down all the way, sunroof stayed open, no heat, and y'all know Illinois winters is unforgiving. So driving this thing around, but at the same time, yo, that's CEO Brother Henry. I started getting into coaching. I'm working with clients. My clients making more money than me. It's crazy. Heavy imposter syndrome, right? Because I'm getting this information and I'm understanding how to apply it, but it hasn't fully worked for me yet, right? When I got to the point where I started making real money, and I remember the first time I went and looked at my bank account just like on a regular Tuesday, and I'm like, dang, 20,000 this week. I started feeling it, but the money itself did not cure the imposter syndrome. Do you hear what I'm telling you? Making money in and of itself is not the thing that makes you what you're trying to be. It's a level of growth within yourself, of personal development, of taking your belief in yourself to the level. See, my brother Francisco Anderson, I know I keep name dropping, but I need you to understand something. I'm not self-made. There's a million people that poured into me to make me the version of myself that I am today. My brother Yakoya believed in me from the time I was in 8th grade till now. So I'm not self-made. Like, there's all types of people that poured into me. And because those people poured into me and continue to pour into me, I've become what I am today. But I'm telling you, it's the importance of having a network and a community and a tribe and people that will support you through your highs and through your lows. So, and I say that about my brother Yakoya because at my lowest point, he was there for every eviction. He's seen it, the repossessions, me being arrested for driving on a suspended license, being on link, having my lights cut out, having like just all my lows. But at the same time, he's also the minister that married me and my wife. At the same time, me and Yakoya just was in Jamaica a couple months back when his son Deontay got married. Like, we're real family, you know what I'm saying? So the highs and the lows and having that support system helps you get through a lot of things. So anyway, back to this imposter syndrome. So I really felt like an imposter, even as I'm progressing. But I'm gonna tell you what happened to me most recently while I'm making this video. Something clicked in me recently. Like, I'm not telling you this is like, you know, years ago. I'm talking about within the last few weeks. From the time that we went to just went to Atlanta a few weeks ago. My brother Marquell, God bless my brother, man. He allowed us to speak at the event about the school because, you know, he's a huge supporter of our school, Akika First Academy. And something happened when I spoke at that event. I'm going to tell you, I got a brother. Some of y'all probably don't even know him because he's in Indianapolis, my guy Brian. And he hit me and he was like, yo, fam, I saw the speech that you gave in Atlanta. He was like, normally when I watch you, he said, you come off like a real educated street dude. That's what he said. Well, I won't use the language he used, but he was like, you come off as a real educated street dude. He's like, but when I heard you on that stage, it was 100% business. So I knew that you knew your stuff and you were on top of your game, and I knew that you was coming to like straight kill it. And he don't even know. He probably see this video and hear it for the first time. When he told me that, I was like, yo, you know what? That's heavy. And we just had this conversation a couple weeks ago. So this is like recent stuff. And from that conference, I met my brother Bruce, and I told this brother honestly, I said, brother, I prayed to meet you for the last 5 years. I said, for the last 5 years, I've been looking for somebody who had the ability to take what we were building, quantify it, multiply it, scale it, and take it to the next level, right? And my brother Bruce, amazing brother, man. He heard us speak on the stage. We linked immediately. He was like, let's go to work. And from that meeting now, I can't even tell you how many people it is. Dozens and dozens of multimillionaires, highly successful people, founders, CEOs, people who are doing amazing things in life, people who are building amazing legacies, people who are inspiring the world to change. All these people were attracted to the school, like, let's build this thing out. Let's make this thing the institution that's the base for changing the negative things in our community. Let's rewrite the narrative. And I'm telling you, something clicked in this process to me where I was like, yo, you know what? Everything ain't how it seems. Some people that say there's something, they're not. Some people say they got your back and don't, and some people you never know that they got your back. Something clicked in me. Like, I'm watching the DJ Envy stuff, and I'm like, man, DJ Envy had this thing, whatever's going on with the Ponzi, the real estate RICO case, and I'm watching people that appear to be big time at one time, the Jay Morrisons, and, you know, these people that in my eyes at one point in time, like, these people were great, and you come to find out these people were scamming, and it's like, wait a second, I'm really helping people. I really got results. I'm really impacting children's lives. I'm really changing families' lives. I'm really helping people get money. I got real receipts. And that's when it clicked to me. Them imposter syndrome days over. I'm him. Not in an arrogant way, but you got to put some spec on my name when you talk to me now. It's Big Hen. The imposter syndrome days is over. So I'm making this video for all my entrepreneurs out there who going through the struggle, who going through growth and progress, to understand if you come up against imposter syndrome and you start feeling like, man, I'm not qualified, I'm not good enough, I'm not the person who should be in this position. Guess what? If God put you in that position, you meant to be there. Like, for me, overcoming imposter syndrome to this point is a huge thing for me, because now I'm starting to see myself as others see me, and most importantly, I'm striving to see myself how God sees me. And that's the most important thing. How could I be an imposter if God put me in this position and God's backing what I'm doing? How do I know God's backing what I'm doing? Because he's made me successful in areas that I should never have been successful on my own. It ain't me, y'all. It's definitely not me. It's God all day. It's not me. I ain't got the skill sets to do some of these things. It's only God working through me and my ability to see God in other people. When I see greatness in other people, I don't hate. I get close to them and ask questions. How did you do this? What led you to this? How did you become this person? What books did you read? Who did you talk to? What circles were you in? What type of environment did you create? I want to know how they got great so I can become great. And I'm telling you, if you take on that type of attitude, if you see the God in yourself and you see the God in other people, that's the easiest way to overcome imposter syndrome, because now it's not about you or the other person. It's about recognizing God and hearing God in the messages, in the movements, and in the actions of other human beings. So I hope this was helpful for tongue-tied. I hope this was helpful for my entrepreneurs out there in the grind going through imposter syndrome. It's your brother, CEO Brother Henry. Be blessed. Have a great day. I'll see y'all at the top. Peace and blessings, fam.